Isn't the moon up there right now? Maybe you can't see it right now. Maybe it's daytime. I don't know. But everybody knows it's up there. And right now, it's still spinning around the Earth and circling through the solar system. Yeah, everyone's aware of it. But who cares really? I mean, the moon doesn't grab your attention like Saturn or Mars. It's just an ordinary rock, right? So if it just vanished one day, you wouldn't even care. But what if I told you that glowing rock is secretly holding the fate of the entire world in its hands? Surprised? Well, today we're going to find out what would happen if the moon suddenly disappeared, and whether you'd even survive it. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll never look at the moon as just the moon again. Okay, so first, for this whole thing to happen, the moon's gotta disappear. Close your eyes and count to 3. Hey, your eyes are still open. Close them. 3, 2, 1. Yes! There it is! The moon is gone. So now what's gonna happen? Let's wait 1 hour? Maybe something happens? Well, honestly, for the first hour, nothing happens at all. And just as you settle into that comfort and drift off to sleep, that's the kind of scary part, because the disaster isn't coming right away. It comes slowly. The moon doesn't slam the door on its way out. It just quietly stops holding everything in place, and those things start to fall, one by one, just like dominoes. So let's watch them fall, together. So what falls first? The tides, of course. Have you ever seen the tides? If you've been to the beach, you know how the sea comes toward you and then pulls back, like the sea is breathing in and out? Well, that's what we call the tides. So who was pushing and pulling that water? It's not going to happen on its own, right? The one taking on this job is the moon. But how? The moon has gravity too, just like Earth. And even from way out there, it grabs onto the oceans on Earth like a magnet and pulls them toward itself. And because the Earth is spinning, this pull from the moon creates a kind of gentle rhythm. High tide, low tide, high tide, low tide. And this has been going on the same way for billions of years. And people trusted this so much that they planned everything around it. I mean fishing, and they built entire towns around it. If one day the moon disappears, this rhythm is gonna stop. I mean, maybe the sun still pulls a little, but it'd be way too weak. It can't make the oceans breathe in and out the way the moon's pull does. So, we've made it this far, and you might be thinking something like, who even cares about the tides? But did you know these tides are holding up the whole ecosystem? But how? In that in-between zone, the coastline that's underwater for half the day and dry for the other half, there's a whole ecosystem, a whole world of living things. Crabs, fish, birds, tiny creatures you've never even heard of. All of them shaped their entire existence around this rhythm. Take it away, and that world collapses. The entire coastline changes. And this is just the first domino. But I'm gonna be honest with you, the tides disappearing is actually the most innocent thing compared to everything else, because things are gonna get even messier. So watch till the end. Let me ask you a question. Did you know our Earth is tilted? Yeah, as we spin, we're actually sitting at about a 23-degree tilt. How do you think the seasons happen? It's thanks to this tilt. That's why some places get long sunny days, and others get long freezing nights. This slight tilt is responsible for the entire cycle of the year. Now, let's get to the most interesting part. Why do you think this tilt stays steady at 23 degrees? And what's keeping it steady? Saturn? Of course not. The thing stopping the Earth from wobbling all over the place like a spinning top that's about to fall over is the moon. Yeah, again. This steady pull from the moon works like a stabilizer. It keeps the Earth's tilt steady year after year and makes everything predictable. Take the moon away, and over time, this tilt won't stay steady. The Earth starts to wobble. And I'm not talking about a cute little wobble here. Over thousands of years, the tilt could swing wildly, maybe from almost 0 degrees all the way up to 45 or even more. And if you change the tilt, you change everything. The seasons go insane. A mild, pleasant place could turn into brutal, scorching summers. Basically, I'd say it becomes hell, and then flip into Ice Age winters. The entire climate of the planet loses its mind. Whole regions that life depends on could become unlivable. It won't happen in a day, but it will happen. Slowly, maybe, but surely. Okay, take a breath. This stuff might be stressing you out, but actually, let's get to a more personal topic. Picture a night without the moon. You look around and it's dark, but not your ordinary kind of dark. I mean, pitch black. You know in cartoons, when all you can see is the white of the character's eyes? Exactly like that. You know, the moon up in the night sky, especially when it's a full moon, is genuinely a light source for our planet. I mean, maybe you got lost in a forest, and thanks to the moonlight you find your way through it, right? But in the streets, of course, since we're humans, and with all this developing technology, there's light everywhere. Streetlights, car headlights. But here, I'm not really talking about you and me. I mean, humans. I'm talking about animals. So many creatures hunt under the light of the moon. So many prey animals hide and move around under it. Did you know there are corals in the ocean that all breed on the exact same night triggered by the full moon? And also, there are birds that travel across entire continents using the moon as their guide. Insects, sea turtles, all kinds of animals set their whole lives around that glow. Take the moon away, and all of them suddenly get lost. The hunters can't hunt properly. The travelers can't find their way. The breeders miss their signal. A massive web of life that quietly depended on that nightlight gets thrown into chaos all at once. And when the bottom of the food chain gets confused, everything above it feels it too. I mean, this affects you as well. It could even reach all the way to the food on your plate. Now, I'm going to tell you something you really won't expect. Something a little surprising. Destroying the moon. You could actually think of it as destroying time itself. What do you mean? Let me kinda explain. How many hours are in a day right now? Yeah, that's right, 24 hours. And most of you live by this clock, right? You wake up by it, you make plans by it, you watch videos, and you like the videos by it, right? And then you sleep. But it wasn't always 24 hours. A very, very long time ago. One day on Earth lasted just 6 hours. Yep, exactly 6. Because back then, our planet was spinning way faster. So why did our planet slow down? And who did it? Yeah, that rock came to my mind too. The moon. Like I mentioned earlier, think of the tides as a kind of break. Slowly, over billions of years, it's been breaking our spin and stretching our days longer and longer. It's still doing it right now. Every century, the day gets a little bit longer. You'll never feel it, but it's happening. If the moon disappears, this breaking stops too. The length of our day basically freezes right where it is. Honestly, that doesn't sound so bad, but it's part of the whole picture. Just one more thing the moon has been quietly doing for us all this time without ever asking for anything in return. And nobody appreciates it. If you feel sad about it, you can drop a comment. Okay, now let's step back and look at the whole picture from a bird's eye view, right? I think what really matters is seeing the frame. When you started watching this video, the moon was just the moon, a light in the sky, something in the background of your life that you'd glance at out of the corner of your eye every now and then, think, pretty, and then forget about. Material for love songs and Instagram photos. But take a look at everything we just discovered. It controls the oceans. It steadies the tilt that makes the seasons. It lights up the night for half the living things on our planet. For billions of years, it's been gently shaping the length of your day. The moon isn't decoration. The moon literally carries the weight of the world on its back. It's holding up the ceiling of the whole house. And all this time, we've been walking around underneath it, never once looking up to say thank you. And here's the thing, none of this destroys the Earth instantly. That's the eeriest part. The planet doesn't explode. There's no big dramatic explosion like in the movies. You wake up, the moon is gone, and for a while, life just goes on. But as time passes, the disasters pile up. Just stop and think for a second. Did you realize how much a single thing we never think about was holding together? The moon really is so precious to us, but we don't know its worth. But don't forget, we can't understand the worth of something until we lose it. So tonight, or the next night, do me a favor. Go outside, find the moon. It'll be right where it always is, doing what it always does, asking for nothing in return. And look at it for just a second. Really look. Because that quiet gray rock, the one you've ignored your whole life, was balancing your seasons, moving your oceans, lighting your nights, and stretching your days even before the first life crawled out of the sea. It was here before you. It'll be here after you. And every single day of your life, it was holding your world together while you weren't paying attention. We spend so much time staring out at the universe, searching for something incredible, something important. And all this time, the thing quietly keeping us alive was just hanging up there in the sky. Whoa! Who out there loves the moon? Hit subscribe and share. Let's see our numbers.